Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky, and today we are here to do a 12 by 12 layout using Close to My Heart's The Happiest Place collection. It is their theme park collection. You guys know the theme park. It is available over there at the shop right now, beckybidding.closetomyheart.com. I am going to be using this very bold diagonal stripe paper, one of my favorite things. And I've mentioned this so many times. I mean, I have a lot of favorite things with scrapbooking, but one of my favorite things is a border that is a diagonal stripe. I just love that. This particular piece of paper, though, is very bold. So it's kind of a little bit hard on the eyes. The longer I look at it, though, the more it is starting to make me happy. I am very happy with this layout, but when I remember when I was working on it, that stripe is so bold with all those bold colors in it. I think it's just gorgeous though. So we are going to be using these two photos of Riker on here. I did go ahead and back them with some white Daisy cardstock, and then I'm going to go ahead and back them again on a star paper that is from the same collection. Now right there, what you're seeing me do is take that striped paper, that diagonal striped paper, the opposite side is that red with the dots. I did want to use some of that on the front of my layout, so I just go ahead and gut it, and then I'm going to back the back of it with this piece of paper from Chamel. It came out of a Chamel paper pad. I've already used that, you know how paper pads come with it too, the same paper in them usually. I've already used that paper on something else. I think I actually even fussy cut all those trees out. So yes, I went ahead and sacrificed that to put on the back of this layout to cover up that hole, make it a little bit more sturdy. So here is the piece that I had gutted out of it. I am just going to trim it up, straighten it up just a little bit. And I'm going to put a little piece up at the top and a little piece down at the bottom underneath the photos. Here's where I pulled out that star paper and go ahead and map my photos again with that. This one, I do leave a little bit bigger of a border going around it, just so I can get a little bit of all the colors that were in those stars. I think it is really cute paper. That paper I also really do enjoy too. Now you can see I went ahead and went with the red paper, with the circles. It was kind of speaking to me, if you will. And because I love that paper, absolutely love it. But I thought, well, maybe I could go ahead and use these circles as some embellishments. So I did get out my circle punch and just punched out a couple of the circles that were on that paper pad. See how I did it right there? And one of them was on the edge, so I let that kind of guide me. And since it already had a straight edge on it, I am just gonna flush it up to the edge down there at the bottom. So that kind of determined where, how this circle was going to end up fitting on here. So you can see right here, I did pull out the sticker sheet. This is how I'm coming up with my title. I'm calling it Happy Boy. At first, I really wanted to have my entire title up at top, but when I went ahead and committed to the placement of my photos, I put them up higher than I should have if that was really the route I was going to end up going. So yeah, boy ends up going down at the bottom and the happy's still up at the top. Now that happy I did pop up on Close to My Heart foam tape, and down here at the bottom the boy is cut out of some of that black cardstock that I used as one of those borders. And I also used some of the thin cuts I had picked up over at Close to My Heart for that. So here is another sticker that is from the sticker sheet. They are the balloons. You can see those strings on the balloons. I don't love the string. I think there is way too much white on it. So yes, I do cut off a good bit of the string. I'm going to tuck it underneath one of these circles so we don't see too terribly much of that. And I'm going to take some foam tape and pop up just the balloon parts while the strings in the bottom of the balloons stay flat onto the paper. Just that top part of the balloons is going to be popped up on foam tape. I will just go ahead and put down this boy with some liquid adhesive. Right here, I am going through the acrylic pieces that came out with this collection, and I pull out several of the stars and scatter those around the page. I am going to end up using those, and what I use to put those down, those acrylics, I use glossy accents, or I will use liquid glass. I do have liquid glass, which I really enjoy too, but it has went MIA on me. So my glossy accents is sitting here on my desk. It's still usable and ready for me. So yes, that's what I used on this one to go ahead and put those down. So this is basically going to be the entire layout. It's just going to look like this. All I have to do is stick down all the bits. I do need to do a little bit journaling on there, but after that, that is pretty much what this layout is going to be looking like. Okay guys, let's slow it down for a minute. So this is the collection, The Happiest Place by Close to My Heart. And you can see here, I use this stripe as the border. Now, I was gonna leave a little bit more showing, but this is very distracting on my eyes, not everybody's eyes. So at first I just had this glacier piece. This is glacier cardstock by Close to My Heart. Well, I went ahead and bordered it 1/4 inch on each side just to kind of take up a little bit more of that stripe, because that stripe, I don't know why, it's just doing things to my eyes. So the black is 10.5, and then the glacier piece is 10. So it's 10 by 10, and this is 10.5 by 10.5. So then we have these red pieces. Now these red pieces, they're the opposite side of this striped paper. Well, you can't tell now, I had gutted it. This right here is just a piece of paper out of a paper pad that I didn't think I would ever use. So I put the printed side down and left the back side white. I can write stuff on here or whatever I want to do. But you can see the back of this is that red paper. So I just gutted it. And then I, cut it up and made a strip going here and then here. I didn't have a piece long enough, so I just used a couple little pieces. But looking at this paper, there were these circles. So I was like, that might be some good embellishment pieces. And I was right. It worked out pretty good. I pulled out my 2-inch punch and cut out a couple of these circles from the pieces that I had left. So, right here. See? Really cute. So extending upwards, we have got, what is that, guys? I can't see that far. I can't see my far in front of my face. Extending upwards, it's about 2 1/8. And extending downwards, it's about 2. So yeah, it should have been probably 2 both, but I don't do the whole measuring bit. So it's not one whole piece, it's just a cut piece and I stuck it under there, and a cut piece and I stuck it under there. Well, after I did my 2-inch punches, this one was not a complete circle. It was on the edge of the paper, so I thought it'd be good to rest right down here and use it as a shelf. And this one I put over here. So basically that's all the pattern paper or cardstock, pattern paper and cardstock I use, except for matting my photos. Now my photo is matted on, this is White Daisy cardstock, the top layer, and the bottom layer is also from The Happiest Place. It is this really cute star. On the back side of the star is a glacier color, swirly-do. So that's really cute. Really enjoy that. My photos that I used on here, I think they're about 4 by 4. Yeah, they're 4 by 4 photos. And then I didn't measure, what I put this down at, the border. You can see up here, it's rather quite a bit thicker than down here in some areas. This is actually cut crooked. I don't care. I don't. A lot of people look at my layouts, they don't even know. They are like, Becky, how do you get your, and in fact, I had a comment just last week, Becky, how do you get your mats so even? Yeah, I don't. It just looks like that because you're not paying attention to that, because you have everything else to look at and it's gorgeous. So then I put it down here. Again, I got a smaller piece on this side than on this side. This side's about 1/4 inch. This side is between 1/8 and 1/4. So yeah, it's not even all the way around. Then on the sticker sheet from The Happiest Place, this is what we have left. This is like a theme park line. You know the theme park, right? I don't do the theme park too much, but you don't have to use it as a theme park. Yes, the colors are kind of there for it, and like this O right here, you see it has the buttons for the trousers. Same with this circle right here, but you know, whatever. I'm not going to be using these in a theme park sense. Anyways, from that sticker sheet, I pulled out Happy. I put it up on some of the foam tape that I picked up at Close to My Heart. And then I cut out Boy on the black cardstock, and I used these Block Alpha alphabet thin cuts, also by Close to My Heart. I've been using these quite a bit. I love them. We do have a couple other ones, at least one or two other alphabet ones that I haven't picked up yet, but I need to. They're kind of expensive when you get a full set of alphabets, but you reuse them and reuse them and reuse them and reuse them. So yes, this is something I like to save up to purchase, because these are things that I know I'll use time and time again. So I don't really mind paying that big of a price for. So over here underneath this circle, I stuck these little balloons. There were some balloons on the sticker sheet, and you can see the outline right here. They're balloons, and they had string coming off the bottom. Well, I didn't want that string hanging down. Not only, it might have looked cute, but I don't know if you can tell this. There's the string, and it's rather thin, and on each side of the string there's quite a bit of white. Like the white borders around the sticker was way bigger. Can you see that on this little tiny string? You can see a little bit of it. So mostly what you were seeing was white with this just this little black strip through the center. I didn't like that. I don't like the strings that are on this particular sticker. I do like the sticker. I do like the colors. I do like that they are balloons. So because I didn't like the string part, I just cut it off, guys. Cut it off. If there's something you don't like, fix it. Take care of it. I put it underneath here. I did put the string bits in the bottom of the balloon bits flat, but under these pieces toward the top of the balloons, I put a little bit of foam tape so they pop up there, but down here they are flat. And again, I did use Boy, Happy Boy, with those thin cuts and just some black Close to My Heart cardstock, probably the remnants from trimming this out. Then for my final touches on this one, I just used our acrylic hearts. These acrylic hearts came out with our acrylic hearts, like I made them. No, I didn't. Close to My Heart black acrylic hearts. They came out with the Happiest Place line. Oh, here they are. And you've got like the castle. I don't know if I would use this. I might use it because I think Riley's a princess. You can see I haven't been completely gentle, and part of a flag popped off, but that's okay. It can be glued back on or glued and matched up when I lay it down. We got the word magical, a geotag, very nice camera. Now the fronts of these is how it's made to go down like this, and the front of them are matte, but the back of them are glossy. So maybe if you want a little shine, you can just turn it upside down. Except for like if it's a word phrase, you can't do that. Well, you can, you just won't be able to read the word. And then we've got lots of hearts, got a little bow, another small geotag. Here's the top of my castle flag that I said I broke off. So hearts and stars. Really, really cute. I did pick up 2 packs of these. So that is how we made this layout. If anybody's interested and wants to use their own papers, or you can use these papers, you can hop over to beckybidding.glowsmyheart.com and pick them up. It's the Happiest Place collection. But like I said, 12 by 12, 10.5 by 10.5, 10 by 10. This is 2. This is 2 and about 1/8. I probably would just have 2 inches sticking up if I'm actually going to measure it. The photos are 4 by 4. I tried to make about 1/4 of an inch with the pattern paper around. Obviously right here, I told you I messed up. It's very thin. Down at the bottom is very thin. The top probably, and this side is probably about 1/4 of an inch. But then I also had backed them on some
white cardstock, and then I used my 2-inch punch. My 2-inch punch is just by EK Success. I was going to go ahead and stick with all close to my heart stuff because I really like to do that when I'm using close to my heart for close to my heart stuff. But I did not feel like dealing with my die cut machine, so I just pulled out a 2-inch punch. But Close to My Heart does have 2-inch dies, circle dies. They have a set of circle dies if you're interested in that. Alright guys, that is how we made this. You can scroll backward a little bit if you want to get the exact measurements so that you can copy it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is also actually a scrap lift of myself. It was this one. I actually like this one better, not gonna lie. This is a layout I did of Riley when she was rolling over. She got stuck underneath the table. So yes, I was scrap lifting myself on this one, but I actually like this one much better. This one is just very plain, and I had something stuck there, it looks like. I don't know where it's at. Don't see it in the bottom of here, but there is some flat tape right there that fell off. No clue. Also, I haven't done journaling on this yet. I might just put a couple more things on here to make it fit me a little bit better. Alright guys, I wanted to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.